Hello, good evening, and welcome to Face Off. I am Neota Ebe. 774, that's their number, spread across the country, considered to be the closest to the electorate, because that's the administration that every man in the rural areas can walk into the secretariat and talk to his councillor or talk to his local government chairman. Yes, I'm talking about local government areas. But recently, the delegates at the national conference, particularly the Committee on Political Restructuring and Forms of Government at the national conference, actually began to discuss the idea of scrapping the third tier of government, that's the local government administration. According to them, it's cumbersome and all their responsibilities can be transferred to the state. Their powers can be transferred to the state. They should be scrapped from the constitution. As yes, the 704 local governments should be taken out of the constitution so that the states can decide whether they need a local government here or there. So everything rests with the state. But then, Monday, the members of the National Union of Local Government Employees went to the National Assembly. Went to the National Judicial Institute, that's the venue of the national conference, crying foul. Now, why should that be? Because according to them, their duties are relevant, so relevant, especially in the bid to ensure that the dividends of democracy trickle down to the people in the rural areas. Is this true? Have the local government areas been effective, or have they just been a tool in the hand of the state government? Well, these are all questions we're hoping will get answered today as we look at the essence of the local government areas and should it be scrapped, as the members of the national conference or delegates at the national conference are clamoring for. I have two guests as usual in the studio. One of them is a public affairs analyst, Presido Gomurai. Thank you for coming to the show.
Good evening.
And Lester Wilcox is a chartered accountant who believes that the local government administration should continue. Thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you very much.
All right, since I introduced you last, you take your opening statement in 30 seconds, please.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that the national conference has gone overboard by making such recommendations. For me, the local government system that has been operational should remain in place and should continue to operate. Rather than talking about scrapping, it should be strengthened.
Thank you. Mr. Gomurai?
Yes, for me, I think being somebody who has really touched and then really studied the system, I think the local government councils should be scrapped. By scrapping, I mean they should be removed from the exclusive list and probably put in the residual list.
Okay. What's the defense that the members of the NULG came to the conference with? According to them, the status of the local government area is being threatened at the national conference. The deputy or the vice president, the national vice president, Mr. Lucky Gospel Ewa, says that the local government council, being the sphere of government closest to the people, is the utmost harbinger of accelerated and sustainable socio-economic development, poverty alleviation, and rural democratic mobilization in any polity. And he wondered why the enviable heights of attaining the local councils cannot be sustained. Well, these are the arguments of the employees of the local government areas. But back here in the studios, this gentleman had their own opinion. So you spoke last, so you can ask the first question.
I want to ask my brother. 774 local governments all over the country. We know how they came into being. 774. How did they come into being?
Well, they came into being through creation.
Creation, was
yes.
it at the instance of a demand of the people, or some persons sat down in their own cold comfort?
They didn't sit in their comfort.
Yes.
Agitations for creation of local government has been on the front burner of Nigerian society, across the years.
Yes.
And fortunately for us, it has only been the military government that has been able to muster
the courage,
to muster the political courage, the political will to create them. Okay, so they came out of agitations from the people.
And that's why,
in order that governance can get closer to them as much as possible.
And that one, the issue of Lagos and Kano.
Okay.
In time past, Lagos State and Kano State were almost at par.
Okay.
In terms of state equality.
Okay.
Out of Kano, we got two other states carved out.
We got one.
Jigawa.
Yeah.
And Jigawa, Kano, and Lagos were at par with 2020 local governments.
Used to be here.
2020 local governments.
Yes.
What now led to, you now remove Jigawa out of Kano. You still have 20 in Lagos.
Okay.
Kano turned to 33.
44.
44.
Yeah.
Jigawa,
About 20-something.
altogether now 60-something local
Exactly.
government. What was the yardstick measure? What was the measure used in determining? And Lagos still remains stagnant.
We
at
are not
20
here.
local
We are not here to discuss the yardstick that has been employed in the past in creating local. Well, now, the issue here is the fact that are these local governments relevant? Are they necessary for the Nigerian society? Are they necessary to be sustained as they are in the constitution, other than being transferred to the states or being scrapped and then transferred to the states for the states to decide if they need local government?
Because the reason why some of us that kind of thinking is the local government, by my own rating, has not been able to measure up to the expectation. They are supposed to be the closest to the people.
Okay.
I give you an instance where a young lad who wants to probably join the army, he has to go and fill a form.
Okay.
He has the endorsement from the local government chairman. Okay. I don't know how many times you will have tried that to get him in the office to just write that this indigene actually comes from my local government. They are never there.
Look, are we getting? Are we? I think we're missing the point.
Yeah.
Are we saying that the 774 local governments are not sufficient?
Well, we're
in
saying
that
that
it does not touch everybody.
the level at which we have embraced politics and democracy, we're thinking that we are ripe enough, but we'll not be well equipped to be operating what we're operating now. Because I see them as a conduit pipe for the governors.
So what are you now expecting?
I'm expecting that the local government, that the third tier should be face off. Then the state that had the courage to create a local government at any rate, they could have 1,000 local government and let them run
the
on
states decide what they want.
Because you cannot come and tell me, I'll give you an instance of Bayelsa State. Bayelsa State had only 8 local government, and even in the constitution it is well spelled out
8 local government,
that you must have at least 10 local governments in your state. But Bayelsa had just 8 local government, meaning somebody sit down somewhere and then just stick up, this is my party, and I give you 2.
And let me also tell you that Bayelsa had 3 local governments at creation in 1996.
How many?
Bayelsa was just 3.
No,
sorry, it was 4. Sorry, it was 4.
No.
Let me call them for you. You have Yenegua, you have Brass, you have Sagbama, and you have it was even 3.
No.
They are the 3 local governments that made up. It was after the creation of Bayelsa State that they created other local governments.
local government.
Southern Ijaw,
Initially,
Southern
all were there.
and then
the only local government that was created after the agitation was Kolokuma Opokuma local government.
No. Let's go back to history.
No, we're not talking creation now.
We're talking of
There's no time. We're out of time. So let's hit the ground running. Are the local governments relevant?
They're not. By my understanding. Okay, I take an instance in the states. The state government control even provisions that will have been taken by local government. Bicycle license, market fees and rates. So what you left, local government are left with nothing.
No, you sure?
Yes.
No, I think the problem why I am against the state, I am against the local government being transferred to the state, is the fact that the state governors have been very overbearing. And they are the ones stifling the local government from achieving their functions. Now, in Mississippi, these local governments are being guaranteed in the constitution. They are already being guaranteed, and their allocations are being guaranteed from the center. And this has come to the state. And the governors of the state sit on these allocations and decide to give them what they want to give them. So the governors, apparently, what the government, if you are saying you should scrap them now and then pass them to the governors, you are already increasing the power that the governor is already wielding. Now the governor will not decide, but based on the face of anybody, I don't want that.
Less friction.
No, then the ditches, the local government will no longer be done there.
As I become our culture and tradition, every month you go to Abuja. You collect the bulk for your state. When you come down, you now work with the state, not going to collect for state and local government. And you get back, you don't even give the local government their share. We have an instance in
the federal government is encouraging the state governments to breach the constitution.
No, it's not encouraging. We have the legal people, they know what to do, but we know the problem of Nigeria. I keep saying it. It's the media and the judiciary. The media.
That's not
let me cite a particular instance in Rivers State. During the SCB NRC era, we had the NRC governor in Rivers State, and the local government, one local government had an SCP local government chairman, Sadama Ibikiapolo. There was this conflict between the governor and the chairman. So everything due for this local government was denied by the other judge government.
Yes.
And so you just see that politics are coming between even the council and so when we scrap the local government, the state governor now creates its instruments, making government closer to the people because
you understand something that now I like the way you are coming because that means our governors or those that are
it's
those that are in the political sphere are not being responsible to their oath of office. Now, because it is allowed by a governor,
a good number of us say,
like I gave it. No.
All of us.
You are not in government. I'm not in government.
But if you are giving them,
I'm not in. No.
If we are giving,
it wouldn't be that way. Because I'm a different person. I'm a Lester. You are Gomorai.
Yes.
And so we are not the same thing.
Civil society.
Because